Good morning, everyone. How are you today? It is very happy to see you all. It is a big group, and thank you so much for coming. And today, Matthew Welch and his son, and they want to dedicate today meditation to his brother Mark Welch. And so Matthew and the son, they always come to temple and practicing, and they are really nice family. And so we can think about his brother while we are meditating, and please think of his name, Mark Welch. So we can start our meditation practice, and please find a relaxed posture. Keep your back straight as much as you can. Please close your eyes. Take a few deep, long breaths. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out softly. Do it few times. And same time, try to bring your attention to the moment, this moment. Breathe in peacefully and breathe out peacefully. Same time, make sure to relax your body and get comfortable with your posture. With having peaceful and relaxed body and mind, let's start our practice. Let's develop loving friendliness thoughts towards yourself. Be kind to yourself. We are in a new year. Throughout the year, make a commitment to take care of yourself mentally and physically. If you are truly love yourself, you're never going to judge yourself. You're never going to compare yourself to others. You know how precious your life is. You appreciate yourself. You appreciate the practice. You try to understand the nature of the life. There are many more qualities will come to you if you think more and deeply about practicing self-love. With having those thoughts in your mind, let's develop self-love. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. When you think about the word well, try to improve your mental and physical wellness. May I be happy. Try to find your inner happiness through your practice. May I be peaceful. Make a commitment to yourself to find peace and balance through your practice. May I be patient. May I learn to care for myself with joy and ease. Now you bring your attention to the people who are close to you, your loved ones, family members. You might having a hard difficult time with someone. As we all know, we can change them. You have to work hard, but always you can change yourself however you think. With having that idea, let's send your loving thoughts towards your loved ones. May my loved ones be filled with loving kindness. May they be well in mind and body. May not any difficulties or dangers come to them. Now we can send our loving thoughts towards all the living beings. May all the living beings be filled with loving kindness. May they be able to find peaceful and healthy environments. May they be strong and healthy mentally and physically. As a loving kindness practitioner, we can skip any difficult ones. If you have any difficult people in your life, without having anger thoughts, send your loving kindness. May my difficult people be filled with loving kindness. May they be well in mind and body. May they be able to find noble friendship, noble friends, noble guidance. Now again take a few deep long breaths. You can move your body around, you can change your posture. And slowly bring your attention to your breath. Let's spend a few moments on your breath without thinking about future or past. Let's experience the present moment with focusing on your natural breathing process. Keep your attention on the tip of your nose and observe each breath. Breathe in mindfully. Breathe out mindfully. If you are distracted by your thoughts, sounds, or anything, please let them go. Fully breathe out mindfully. Now slowly and mindfully take a few deep long breaths. Breathe in peacefully. Breathe out peacefully. In this short period of time, you develop your loving thoughts, which is important. And same time you are paying attention to your breath. It is teaching you many lessons to understand the nature of our life, changes, and also awareness. There are many more lessons that we can learn from your breath. Therefore, in this moment, appreciate your commitment, your dedication, your practice. Appreciate this place. Appreciate the teaching of the Buddha. Throughout this new year, whenever you are approaching to difficult, hard time in your life, make sure to apply this practice. You here sitting and practicing with us. But whenever you go outside of the building, there are many more occasions will come to you to think about your practice. Therefore, this is where you need to apply your practice. Make sure to use your practice. Now please bring your hands together in front of your heart. Make a commitment to yourself to apply this practice every day at least 2-3 minutes. May peace be with you. May all the living beings be well, be happy, be peaceful. Thank you so much. Slowly open your eyes. Okay, now we can start our chanting practice. Page number 4. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Dutiyampi Dhammaṃ Dutiyampi Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi, Tatiyampi Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Anicca-vata saṅkhāra uppada-vaya dhammeno uppajjitva nirujjanti te saṅ upasamo sukho sabbe satta avera hontu, sabbe satta abhyapajja hontu, sabbe satta anigha hontu, sabbe satta sukhe attānaṃ pari mano pubbangama dhamma mano setta mano maya manasace paduttena. Manveti cakkhaṃ vahato padaṃ Mano pubbangama dhamma Mano settha manomaya Manasace pasannena Bhasati va karoti va Tato nan sukha Chayav anapayini. Mind is the foreign of states. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If with a corrupted mind one should either speak or act, suffering follows caused by that. That's just the way of the axis of mind is foreign of states. Mind is chief. One should either speak. Happiness follows caused by that. As one shadow that never leaves. We believe in generosity towards others. We believe the skillful noble path is marked by generosity. We believe generosity has many levels. Think generously, speak generously, act generously. We believe generosity is part of our spiritual practice. This practice is allow us to become more open, accepting, forgiving. My wish, may I become at all times, both now and forever, a protector for those without protection, a guide for those who have lost their way, a ship for those with an ocean to cross, a sanctuary for those in danger, a lamp for those without light, a place of refuge for those who lack shelter, and a servant to all in need. By means of this meritorious deed, may I never join with the unwise, only the wise, until the time came. Okay, good morning to you all again, and it is very nice to see you all. Thanks so much for being here. So before we start my small talk, please see page number 33. All the way back. So you can see there is a phrase from a different book. This is a translation from the original. Could you please read this part loudly? Okay, so you will find out why I ask you to read this part. Maybe you will find out in the beginning or in the end of during the talk. So that you all know, we are in a new year and new plans, resolutions, ideas, thoughts, hopes. And I remember when I was a little boy in my home, I still remember how my parents, they prepared for the new year. Usually, so we went for a shopping, we got new clothes and they paint the home, and there are many things I did with my parents, with my brother and sister. Maybe you did the same when you were little. Maybe still you are doing the same. So it was very nice. And at the same time, I remember the January 1st, in Sri Lanka, special occasions, people make milk rice. So it is very yummy. And with the hot sauce, sometimes we made at the temple. So we made milk rice, then we go to the temple. So we offer meals to the Buddha and the monks. Then we receive the blessings from them. We spend an hour at the temple. So every people, they do that. Still they are doing that. But after I became a monk, it changed little bit, but same schedule, but the routing was different. So my temple, it is a big monastery, and around the temple, many business places and many government office. So what people do, they invite us to come to their places early in the morning in January. It is one of the busiest day for us in the temple. So they want to invite us to do chantings, to do the blessing ceremonies. They want to listen to us, some dharma talks. There are many things they do the first day of the January. So until noon, it is very busy. So back and forth we have to go. So those two events, when I see, I love. It is very nice, and we can engage with the people. We can teach them something. At the same time, we can learn something. So what I see, what I notice, people are trying to do something. They are trying to do change the physically, but still sometimes the who is inside the same. There are many researchers has done. The 19% of the people, they keep their resolutions until end of the year. But most of the people, they abandon their resolutions within few weeks, few days. So then the same person, when we go to year end. So we can apply this idea to anything, to your practice, to your job, to your daily life, and maybe you have new resolutions for this year. But whenever we are going to do, there is a one word that we all need to guide us, to help us, to support us. We talk here this word very often. The word is noble friend. So I would like to talk about noble friend today. Maybe you have someone in your life who guide you, who push you, who want to see you are doing best. Maybe someone come to your mind now. So I think start of the new year, it is very important to think about the word noble friend. This word has a deep meaning. The noble, not just friend, noble friend. Noble has a deep meaning. So just not a friend. He's not a just friend, noble friend. So one time during the Buddha's time, Buddha had an assistant. His name was Bhante Ananda. Then he went to the Buddha and he asked, Buddha, is that true? The half of the teachings, the community, the congregation exists because of the noble friend. That was his answer. Question. Then Buddha said, no, not half. Whole society teachings exist because of the noble friendship, noble friends. I think, so I can see here young people, the old people, the middle-aged people. So also when I think about my life, so now I'm here sitting and doing talks. So when I see my life also, I can see my life, I learned so much from the noble friends. So I am here because of them. So therefore, the idea of the noble friendship is very important. That's why Buddha always encourage us to think about someone special to our life, because we need sometimes guidance. So actually, if I have something, if I'm struggling with something, I have someone, I can go and talk to him freely. So I know I trust him and he trusts me, and so that I think I have that noble friendship in my life whenever I am struggling with something. Therefore, the noble friendship, it is very important. So maybe you can define the words noble friend many different ways. Who guide you, who help you, who support you. There are many definitions that you can find about the idea of noble friendship. So therefore, we need to think, why is important to have a noble friend? What are the qualities that you can see from your noble friend, if you have one? What are the qualities that we can see? Yes, that's a big one. No judgment. Yes, that's true. Generosity, trust, acceptance, kindness. Yeah. What was that? Compassion. We can talk, and until this session done, there are many qualities. So they have many qualities, but the noble friends, they always want to see we are doing our best. But sometimes, as you mentioned, you all, they are honest. We can trust them. We can believe them. They are kind, and but they don't talk behind our back. They come in front of you. They don't care how do you feel, and but they talk straightforward in front of you. They tell the truth, and they want to see you doing right. Maybe you experience in your life many times with your noble friend. So that is noble friend. We can trust them. We can we can believe them. So they are very honest to us, close to us. They don't talk behind our back. So they always come and talk to you. Therefore, the noble friend, sometimes they are annoying, sometimes they are stubborn. That is nature of the noble friend. Actually, when I think about the annoyingness, the Bhante Sujata, so our head monk, I remember years ago, the first time he told me, there's a place, they invited me, but I can't go. You have to go behalf of me. So now I have to go and talk behalf of him, behalf of the head monk. I was like, Bhante, I can't do that. He said, no, you can do that. This happened almost 5 years ago after I moved here. I couldn't speak English like this. I was having a hard time, but he said, no, you can do that. Go. He was keep pushing me. Actually, I did that. That was the first time I had that motivation to talk in front of the large people in a different language. So still, whenever I think about that, I'm always appreciating how he pushed me. Still, he does that. So therefore, the Bhante Sujat, he's a noble to me. He's a noble friend to me. Therefore, they always pushing you to do something good. The first thing is, try to find a noble friend to yourself. It is very important. The second one is, think about their qualities and appreciate every time. And the next one is, try to be a noble friend to yourself. Have you ever think about that? So sometimes when I'm guiding the meditation, but I didn't mention it that today. Usually I'm telling people to think, be a best friend to yourself. I'm always sometimes mention that. So it is very, very deep idea. Therefore, be a noble friend to yourself. As I mentioned in the beginning, you are not going to compare yourself. You are not judging yourself. Whenever you see your mistakes, you just calm, relax, patient, and you try to find balance and teachings, and you try to talk to someone. You are not going to do anything bad. So be a noble friend to yourself. It is very powerful. The third one is, the final idea is, your best friend is your breath. So we are always breathing. So it is your best friend, your breath. I remember there's two stories it came to my mind. One time, one young girl, she came to the temple. She wanted to talk to someone. I was sitting here with her. This happened almost 5 years ago. And she was having a really terrible hard time. She was in her 18 or 19. So she was telling me everything what happened in her life. There's one thing that she mentioned. She told me, Bhante, this is the only place that I can breathe freely. Still I remember her words. I was like, wow, it is very powerful. So what I want to tell you, you can come and sit here. You can breathe freely. Most of the people, they can find the moment, the time to come and practice. They don't have that courage to see nice people like you all. So therefore, always appreciate the breath. We know thousands people, they are having a hard time around the world. But you have a place to come and practice. So I was telling last Monday in Sri Lanka, and we have Mr. Jay and one of the wonderful Sri Lankan friend, and he's helping us a lot. So he knows in Sri Lanka many Buddhist temples. Whenever you go to Sri Lanka, you can see in each street or each corners there are statues, Buddhist statues. Whenever you go, you can see the maroon robes, the burgundies, the orange. It's mean many monks. But nowadays, most temples don't have monks. Some temples close. People are worrying they don't have place to go and practice. They don't have place to go and sit because no monks. Some areas, some part of the country. So, but think you have place to come and sit in America. Most people don't. Therefore, you can appreciate the place, and at the same time you can appreciate your practice. The breath, that's why I'm telling you, appreciate your breath. And also, one time I was going to a different program, then I had to stop by a place to get a coffee. It was a cold day. I mentioned that story one time. So there was a guy in the window. After I approached the window, he was looking at me. Then he asked, "You from the temple?" I said, "Yes, you can see my robes." Then he said, "After I moved here, I came to the temple. The monk who was doing the talk, he talked about mindfulness. He talked about breath. He was a very young guy. Then he said, Bhante, at my work, I was very mad at something. The moment the word came to my mind, mindfulness, the focusing on breath, I took a few breaths the same time. I didn't do anything miserable. It was powerful. While I was getting my coffee, he was telling this story. I was like, wow, it is very, very powerful. So think about the idea of breath. He is your noble friend. Therefore, try to find a noble friend. They are annoying, but appreciate their friendship. So appreciate how they support you. Maybe you here because of someone. Maybe he grabbed you to come to here, but now you are here and sitting, practicing. Maybe today after you go to your home, just text him, I went to the temple and I really appreciate your noble friendship. Maybe tell him. Tell that. So appreciate your breath. The important idea is try to be a noble friend to someone. It is like our fingers. So therefore, think about the idea of noble friendship. So as I mentioned earlier about this phrase, now you know why I asked you to read this. Okay? Therefore, throughout this year, try to think about more and more about noble friendship. Be a noble friend to someone also. Okay, I hope you learned something. Thanks so much for coming. So, we are going to have an announcement also. Before that, I would like to welcome if we have any new people. If you have, please say your name. We would like to welcome new peoples. Please say your name.
My name is Achal.
Welcome to the temple. Welcome. Welcome to the temple. Anyone? Welcome to the temple. Welcome to the temple. Welcome to the temple. Okay, afterward, please come and we have our welcome package. It has all the information about the temple. Okay, Tessa, any announcements?
Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you all. So, a couple of lovely, exciting things coming up. crystal singing bowls and meditation taking place here at the temple. $25, hour and a half experience. It's absolutely lovely if you haven't done it before. And if you wouldn't mind, if you can help us, please put away the cushions and chairs, because usually it's just, we've been working out, but it's hard. So yes, that'd be great if you could help us. And then next week, before or during meditation, Buddha Kids is on. So just so you know, even though it's the big Taste of Sri Lanka Day, we're still having meditation. Bhante Assaji will be leading meditation, and we'll have Buddha Kids here. And then finally, we're 7 days away from Taste of Sri Lanka. Okay? We haven't had it in 3 years. It's going to be absolutely beautiful and amazing. And we have the live auction, and we have an abundance of Sri Lankan families making their authentic food for everybody. There's going to be about 200 people there, and there's raffle items, amazing raffle items. So we hope to see you all there to support the temple and also to become, we get to be back as a community together. So there's a couple ways you can scan the QR code and purchase your tickets that way, or just come to me and I'll help guide you through the process if you do want to come. So we appreciate you, and thank you for your talk, and let's get up and do some questions.
Yeah, so thank you, Tessa. And as she mentioned, so we are doing after 4 years, and we had to cancel a few times. Last year we arranged everything. The last moment we had to cancel the event. So if you have time, please consider about that. You can come and enjoy many different Sri Lankan dishes. And so as she mentioned, there are many items, and so it is the biggest fundraiser for the temple. It's happening every year. So if you have time, Saturday 21st 4 to 7 at First Congregational Church, Crystal Lake. Yeah.
4 to 7, it'll be out in Crystal Lake. And then, yes.
And you don't have to go in order to donate. You would
Right.
like to support the temple.
That's right.
There's, what's that thing, you get money, $5.
We have a, yes, we have a cash raffle that you don't have to be present to win. It's $50 per ticket. You can win up to $5,000.
Yes, Bridget?
If you're a student at home, it's like, you know what I'm saying? You can help us.
Yes!
On that note, however, if you really, really, really want to dig in and become part of the Sangha, one of the ways that you could do that is volunteering as well to help.
Yeah.
And there are some jobs the night of and the day of that we still need help with setting up. Any hands on deck, even at the experience at the end of the night, just kind of tuck that in the back of your head, helping clean up at the end. It's really, really helpful, and it's such a great community event that you're going to want to help. You're not going to want to leave. You're going to want to stay and linger and pull chairs up and help as well. So
There's a sign-up sheet if you
Yes.
want to do it, so thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for coming, and thank you, announcement, and please keep the idea about the noble friendship. And so new people afterward, please come forward, and I will give you the welcome package. You have a beautiful day.